Good morning. Welcome to Mr. Lee's classroom. So many of you guys tell me that, so you guys don't understand what that is. So today's lesson, we need to talk about 4.2 continued. So that means I want to give you more examples to explain how that unit circle works and how to evaluate six trig function value. So now, as you know, I want to do some review first. As you know, like here is the unit circle. So unit circle, you see, we already draw down the central angle on the standard position, and also the unit circle here. Unit circle means that the radius of circle is the 1. So now, based on the definition, if the central angle theta, and if it's theta, the coordinate of theta, it should be have x and y. The coordinate is x and y. That means you have a central angle. That means, for example, I have an angle, central angle. Theta is here. That is theta, right? And the coordinates here is x and y. X, y, and then the x, y is this terminal side intersect the unit circle at this point, and the coordinate of this point is x, y. So now, after you know the coordinate x, y, and that means you already know the 6 trig function value, because based on the definition, sine theta is the y coordinate, and cosine theta is the x coordinate. That means it's the value of the x coordinate. So tangent theta is y over x, and cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine. That means it's flip. So that means 1 over y. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. That means 1 over x. So cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. That means it's flip x over y. Okay. Now I give you an example and also help you to finish the homework. For example, here, if I have the theta is 210 degrees, and also this time I also give you like if the angle is in radian, how we can find the trig function value. If 210 degrees and also is 7 pi over 6. So whatever the angle is, if I give you an angle, the first step you need to find the angle on the unit circle. Okay? So after you find the angle on the unit circle, you have to find out the coordinate of this angle. So now you know the theta is 210 degrees. So now, where's the 210 degrees? So it should be here, right? 210. And also this is 7 pi over 6. 7 pi over 6. So these two angles in degree and radian also on the unit circle. You don't need to worry about here. I will give all this circle to you to find the value. So first step, find out where is 210 degrees or 7 pi over 6. So the mean is here. So first step, find out the angle. Okay. And then after you find the angle here, so you know the coordinate is negative 1/2 and negative radical 3 over 2. Okay. So now after you know the coordinate, and then based on the definition, you should know how to find out the value of this 6 trig function. So now sine 200 degrees, sine is here, right? Sine should be the y coordinate value. So the y coordinates based on the unit circle, you will find out is negative radical 3 over 2. Okay, that is sine based on the definition. Sine is y, so y is here. That's why sine 210 10 degree is negative radical 3 over 2. Now what is cosine? So cosine is x. That means you know the x coordinate is negative 1/2. So negative 1/2 is cosine. So what's tangent? Tangent is y over x. So y is negative radical 3 over 2, right? X is negative 1/2. So after you divide by a fraction, you should is a fraction times the reciprocal, right? So negative change to positive. That means divide by 1/2 then times 2. So final answer it should be radical 3. Okay. So now, if you worry about how to find out this, I will give you more practice to find how we can find out the answer is radical 3. But the only thing you need to know is a fraction, divided by fraction, that means times the reciprocal. That's why it's negative, positive. That means is, for example, radical 3 over 2, that means divided by 1/2, that means times 2. So after you cancel the 2, it should be changed to positive. So that is why it's radical 3. So now, how about cosecant 210 degree? It should be the reciprocal of sine. That means because 1 over y, right? That means you flip the sine 210. You already know 210, sine 210 is negative. That means you just need to flip negative 2 over radical 3. Okay? So now, as I told you, you cannot allow the radical on the bottom, on the denominator. So you have to simplify the radical. I have to times radical 3 times radical 3. Finally, you have negative 2 radical 3 here and over 3. Because radical 3 times radical 3, 2 times radical 3 is 2 radical 3. So that's why cosecant is here. So what is cosine 210? Is you need to flip. What is secant 210? You need to flip 1/2. That means you flip is negative 2. You flip this one. And also right now, you know tangent to tan. So you're looking for cotangent to tan. You just need to flip. That means you know it's radical 3. That means 1 over radical 3. And also you need to simplify. So you have the times radical 3. So finally is the top is radical 3. The bottom is 3. So the final answer is radical 3 over 3. This is radical 3. Negative 1/2, negative. Okay. So that's how we can evaluate the 6 trig functions. Now, if I have this is theta is 210 degrees, so I want to repeat again. The first, you have to find the coordinates on the unit circle. If the theta 210, so now 210 is here. Find out the coordinates, and then based on the coordinates and find out this 6 trig function value. Now I want to give you 2 more examples to explain how we can evaluate this 6 trig function value. So now these 2 examples, I just give you a radian angle because, as I told you before, on the trigonometry, we normally use the radian angle. We don't want to use the degree angle anymore. That's why these 2 examples I want to show you how we can evaluate a radian angle, the 6 trig function value. So first, you know the theta is 11 pi over 6. Okay. So 11 pi over 6. The first step, find out the coordinates on the unit circle. So 11 pi over 6. Where's 11 pi over 6? So 11 pi over 6 is here. You can see. So that means also 11 pi over 6 is 330 degree. Okay. But we don't use the degree anymore. That's why I suggest you get familiar with the radian angle, 11 pi over 6. So this is 11 over 6. So that means the coordinate is 1/2. And then negative radical 3 over 2. Okay. Now, what is sine. 1106. Sine is y coordinate. So sine is y coordinate. That means sine is negative radical 3 over 2. Done. That is sine. So what's cosine? Cosine is 1/2. 1/2. That means cosine is x. X is 1/2. That is 1/2. Done. So what is tangent? Tangent is y over x. So y coordinate is negative radical 3 over 2. Okay. Over x is 1/2. So that means is negative radical 3 over 2 times 2. Cancel out the 2. So finally you have negative radical 3. Okay, that is the final answer here, here, and here. So now after you get these three, so normally I suggest you every time just find sine, cosine, tangent first, and then based on these three values, you can find out the other three, like cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So cosecant it should be is 1 over y, that means flip the value of sine. So that means is negative 2 over radical 3, right? So exactly the same as this example. So yeah, because they have the same y coordinate, that's why they have the same answer. So if negative, that means also is the same thing, negative 2 radical 3 over 3. Okay? So if cosine is 1/2, secant it should be flip the cosine, that means it should be positive 2, because this is positive, this negative. So for 210 is negative, that's why it's negative 2. But for this one is positive, that's why it's positive 2. So now tangent is negative radical 3. That means is cotangent is flip. So it's negative 1 over radical 3. And then you need to simplify. You have to times radical 3. And then finally is negative the top radical 3, the bottom is 3. It's done. So every time if you want to evaluate a six-trig function value based on the unit circle, the first step you need to find out the coordinate. Always is the most important thing. You have to know the coordinate. Coordinate. So how to find the coordinate? So based on the unit circle here. So now I'll give you one more example and then we're done for today. So theta, if I give you theta is 3 pi over 4. It also is a radian angle. Don't worry, I'm not, if I say, I don't know what is 3 pi over 4. I don't know what, how many degree. But on the unit circle, you find out the degree angle and the radian angle. So if theta is 3 pi over 4, so where is 3 pi over 4? You can find out pi over 4, pi, okay, I got it. So 3 pi over 4 is here. So that means it's 135 degrees. So the coordinate is negative radical 2 over 2, and then radical 2 over 2 is the y coordinate. The x is negative, the y is positive, but they have the same number, radical 2 over 2. So sine, now I'm looking for this six-trig function, right? Sine 3 pi over 4, sine is about the y coordinate. Right now you know the coordinate here. So the y coordinate is radical 2 over 2. Okay? So what's cosine? Cosine is x. X is here, negative radical 2 over 2. So tangent. Tangent is y over x. So you have, see, y is radical 2 over 2. Divided by negative radical 2 over 2. So that means it should be, they have the same, cancel out, but the final answer is negative 1. Easy, right? Because they have the same number here. Only different is a positive, one is negative. That's the final answer. It should be negative 1. Negative here, right? So now, cosecant. How to find the cosecant? Cosecant, you need to flip the sign. So then you can find out is 2 over radical 2. Okay, so after you have to simplify, that means times radical 2 times radical 2, because radical 2 times radical is 2. That means this can cancel out, because this 2 cancels out 2, the final answer is radical 2. Okay, so now what is secant 3 pi over 4? So 3 pi over 4 is 1 over cosine, also flip this one, but this time it's negative. Flip negative 2 over radical 2, but also the final answer is negative radical 2 after you simplify the radical. So last one, so cotangent 3 pi over 4, it should be flip the tangent, but the tangent 3 pi over 4 is negative 1. That means cotangent 3 pi over 4 also is flipped. That means also the same thing is next one. So now you have, this is the answer. Okay, that also is the answer. Easy, right? So don't worry, even though this is a new section, new chapter about trigonometry, but if you just keep focus on practicing, and then you could understand how we can find the 6 function values. So just keep practicing, do more. So tomorrow I will post another question, this worksheet, just to change the number. So I believe if you don't understand, just watch my video again and again. I believe you eventually you should understand and get it, and to find the 6 function value. Okay, have a good day.